Hello there, everybody. I come to you today with another data pack. What? 2 videos in one day? This must be a steal of a deal. Anyways, this data pack is one that I've been waiting to show off to you all, and I thought now was the right time to. This was actually one of the first data packs I ever made, and it has to be run on the Minecraft 20W14 Infinity Snapshot. For those of you who don't know, the Minecraft Infinity Snapshot is a snapshot that was made for April Fools of 2020. And what it did was it allowed players to toss a written book into a nether portal and turn it into a funky colored portal, and they could go into that funky portal and go to fantastical randomly generated dimensions. And a lot of people, even me, thought this was a super cool idea, but April Fools kind of came and went, and people haven't really thought too much about it now. Anyways, I've seen a lot of videos involving this snapshot. They involve trying to survive in the random dimensions, basically. But a lot of them, they use manual methods of cycling dimensions. So, like, the players playing would set a manual timer, and then after a certain amount of time had gone by, they would just do /warp and then random gibberish. And I thought, no, this will not do. There must be a better way. So I tinkered and toiled, and finally, I figured out a way to make it such that after a certain amount of time, all players are randomly given a new dimension. And I'm going to show that off to you guys right now. So let's begin by typing in /function rando : setup. And as you can see, we've been teleported into this nice little barrier box with 2 signs and this funky colored portal. Now this is the funky portal. Going into it will take me into a randomly generated dimension. I have no idea what's on the other side, and let's go through. Whoa, what a nice dimension. It's very picturesque here. I especially like the floating pumpkin platforms and the gigantic fleet of end ships. But yeah, this is just one of the many, over 2 trillion or billion randomly generated dimensions that you can get. And I just happened to get this one. So, if you look at the top, you'll see a time remaining bar, and that bar is split up into 6 sections. So as you can see, a minute has passed. Every section that is gone is 1 minute. Now the game will remind you at the halfway point, when you have half time left, and it will also remind you at the 30-second mark, and at the 10-second mark, and at the 3, 2, 1 second marks. I think you know where this is going. So, at the end of the 6 minutes, you and your friends will be violently ripped from the dimension that you are in and taken to the barrier box back in the overworld. And the original funky portal will be replaced with a new funky portal, and going in will bring you to a completely random new dimension. Isn't that fun? So, I'm going to go into survival mode here and speed up the time, and I'll see you guys after I've sped up the timer. Hello, I'm back. So as you can see up there, I've set the timer to 60 seconds, so we should have about a minute left before it's time to go. So sad. I'm gonna miss this dimension. Anyways, you might notice that be on the lookout for a slight nether portaling effect at the 1 second mark. And I'll explain that later, but for now, let's just admire the scenery while we have 30 seconds left. So if you heard, there was an audible chime, and the bar up there has turned yellow. This dimension's kind of laggy, but there are definitely laggier dimensions. You are going to want to allocate lots and lots of RAM towards this snapshot if you want to play it correctly. We have 10 seconds left. So you'll see it, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Did you see it? Did you see the nether portaling effect? Yep. Okay, let me explain that. So in this snapshot, there's kind of a bug in which if you teleport players into the overworld directly from a new dimension, going through another funky portal will put you in the nether. And that's quite annoying and can lead to some game-breaking bugs. So, to fix that, I simply spawned a nether portal, a regular nether portal, at each player's feet at the 1 second mark, right before everybody's teleported back. And this is enough to make the game realize that they've warped through. And if I go through this portal right here, then I should be in a completely new dimension and not the nether. But you look at that, it worked. So now we are in floating bookcase and cobweb cube land. Beautiful. I don't like this dimension though. It's kind of lagging me out. I'm going to go back in and show you the next feature of this pack. As you can see right here, I have a sign right here that says Dimension Cycle. No credits awarded. And what's a credit? I'll explain that later. But clicking this sign will teleport everybody out of the dimension and back here. That does mean that the people who are in the dimension will have to go into the nether. That's something that I can't really avoid, because I don't want to place a nether portal at the person who puts the sign's feet. So going through this should bring me to a new dimension. And as you can see, I got no credits. What's a credit? Okay, I'll get to that. So this dimension's a lot better. I like it. Anyways, follow me back through the portal, and I'll show you what a credit is and what you can buy with it. We're back, and if you look over here, you'll see there's a sign right here that says Purchase Bedrock Breaker, 5 credits. If you press Tab, then you'll see next to every player's name is a number. That number is not their ping, that number is the amount of credits they have. Every player will get 2 credits for surviving a dimension, but as you see, dimension cycling will award no credits. So I'm just going to give myself some credits. I'll be back after that. I'm back, and as you can see, I have 10 credits now. Clicking this sign will give me a Bedrock Breaker. Ooh. So Bedrock Breaker, as you can see, throw it onto the bedrock to activate. Now, once I do that, something special will happen. So let me buy one more, and then I'm gonna cycle dimensions to see if I can get a good one with some bedrock in it. Because these thingies will only work on bedrock. This is not the correct dimension, and while it is pretty, I need one with bedrock. So, cycle time. Let's see what this one's gonna be. This one has wool, no bedrock, and ender dragons. Uh-oh. Okay, please let this one be one with bedrock. Please, 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 please. It's not. Alright, I'm just gonna cut away to when I find one. I'll be right back. Huzzah! I have found one with bedrock and glazed terracotta pillars. So, anyways, let's try out this new Bedrock Breaker thing. Now, to use it, don't place it. You won't be able to get it back. Instead, throw it on the ground. Okay, I wanted it to stay there, but fine, do that. Throwing the Bedrock Breaker onto bedrock will turn the bedrock below it into 5 pieces of glass. This is so you can essentially take a surface sample of the land. to see if there's something under there, and also let you get to the juicy world core inside. So we run out of bedrock breakers, and now we're in this lovely dimension. So I'm just going to cut to when the timer runs out so we can teleport back. Okay, I've set the timer to 10 seconds, so we should be warping back any moment now. 2, 1. Here we are. There we go. Alright, so you've seen how the warps work, you've seen how to use the bedrock breakers. By the way, the bedrock breakers will only work on bedrock. You can throw them on any other block, but they'll only make fancy particle noises and sounds. So that's going to be it for this pack. When you're done playing for the day, all you gotta do is do /function rando:_teardown, and you'll be teleported onto the ground, and you'll get a nice little thanks for playing. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you liked this data pack, and feel free to do any sort of challenge video on this. I mean, the reason I made this is so people could properly do these random dimension challenge videos. I hope I see a lot more of those after this, but I mean, I'm pretty small, so what can I say? I've got a lot more cool data packs on my channel, and I've got a lot cool data packs that I'm working on. And maybe I'll even show off some that are unfinished, but might be finished in the future. So, yeah, that's the end of the video. I'm just going to sign off now, check out my channel for more data packs, and see you all later.